Good morning. Please join me in rising for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And here's Brendan with the announcements.
Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, May 9th, and it's a white day. Fuller Chapel students, the baby grass outside of Fuller is having a hard time growing underneath your bags during chapel. If you are going to leave your bags in the front of Fuller, please be sure it's not blocking the walkways or stairs, and it is not on the lawns where the baby grass is trying to grow. We also ask that all students refrain from playing within the ropes that are blocking off the lawns. Students in career exploration, human services, and students who have returned permission slips to attend the NEK Job Fest today must meet Mr. Carr and Mrs. McGarvin at 10 on Brantview Drive to board the buses. Please be sure to let your B-Block teacher know you will need to leave class for this trip. Student government petitions are due on Tuesday morning to appear on next Friday's ballot. Please make sure to see Mr. Ryan or your class dean today to pick up a petition. Next Friday's chapel will feature speeches from 3 presidential candidates, John Thornton Sherman, Charlie Moriarty, and Sophia Montague. I wish you all good luck. For all those going on this weekend's hiking trip, we will have a mandatory meeting today right after school in the alumni gym. Do you like fudge? Do you love Vermont products? Do you love the thrill of victory? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you should know that there are only a few days left in the senior silent auction. New items have been added, and the auction will end on Tuesday, May 13th. Get your bids in. Saturday, the girls lacrosse team is hosting a mental health awareness game. The team has set up a bake sale that will be going on during the game, and all donations will be going to Umbrella, an advocacy center located in St. Johnsbury. Come cheer on our girls lacrosse team and support our local resource centers. The Discover card works like cash in 99% of places where you can buy things. However, next Friday's Spring Day yard sale and class fundraisers are not among those locations. Save up some money for all sorts of great food and treasures. Congratulations to the following advisories on being recipients of Chef B's Random Act of Kindness for May. For the seniors, the Gookin Advisory. For the juniors, the McCaffrey Advisory. For the sophomores, the Eaton Ketchum Advisory. And for the 9th graders, the Morse Advisory. Advisors, please pick up your box of goodies from Chef B in her kitchen before advisory this morning. Happy birthday today to Annabelle Goodwin, Audrey Hartwell, Santiago Huerta Alcantar, and Franco Millington. Happy birthday tomorrow to Abby Gerhart and Addie Pearl, and on Sunday to Hudson Murray. A special happy birthday on Saturday to Mr. Callanan from Mrs. Callanan. Happy birthday, everyone. Today in sports, we have JV and varsity ultimate frisbee at Mount Mansfield at 4. Please release the teams at 1. And girls tennis at CVU at 4:30. Please release the teams at 1:30. Tomorrow in sports, we have JV baseball and softball at BFA St. Albans at 11. Varsity softball and baseball home versus BFA St. Albans at 11. Varsity and JV girls lacrosse home versus Hartford at 11 and 12:30. Varsity and JV boys lacrosse at Hartford at 11 and 12:30. And track at Burlington at 3:30. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you, Brennan. I have one late announcement this morning. The JV girls lacrosse team tied Rice 10-10 in another hard-fought battle. Brooklyn Hibschman scored 4 goals for the team, and Bella Anello had 2. Ava Hovey had several key saves in the last 3 minutes of the game to secure the tie. All right, girls lacrosse, keep going. So happy Thursday, everybody. We have a special guest this morning. I'm happy to introduce Mr. Jolliffe to help us recognize Teacher Appreciation Week. Mr. Jolliffe?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you. The juniors may remember a chapel talk I gave 2 years ago, encouraging students to continue a career in education. We live in a time and a nation facing a real shortage in teachers, a need that will only grow as more teachers leave the profession. The reasons for leaving are real: the heavy workload, long hours of lesson prep and grading, lack of support from communities, rising student behavioral issues, and the relentless demands of politicians who have never taught a day in their lives. Many more are leaving because the emotional demands of teaching have become too overwhelming. But today, I'm not here to give a breezy pitch about becoming a teacher. Instead, I want to focus on those who have joined our ranks and those who choose to stay. Why do they stay? Because they still believe in the promise you offer our increasingly divided world. That is a decision the teachers in this room make every year. I've taught for over 30 years, and I've seen the shifting expectations placed on educators. Here's a brief timeline. Early in my career, we were caught in the whole language versus phonics war, and phonics lost. Soon after came cooperative learning, then backwards designed, which asked us to plan from the end of the course backwards. Data-driven instruction followed, though there was little time to examine the data deeply. Then came formative assessments, flipped classrooms, growth mindset, and project-based learning. More recently, we've focused on social-emotional learning, culturally responsive teaching, and hybrid instruction. Wasn't that fun? And guess what? Phonics is back. Each initiative had real value, but each required teachers to change. Just as we had begun to adapt, the ground shifted again. But here's the thing about teachers, especially the ones in this room. Whenever more has been asked, more has been given. Teachers who have been here a while know what I mean. Mr. Keffer, Lipson, and Dembski, you'll learn soon enough. And it hasn't just been about pedagogy. Culture has shifted too. When I started teaching, cell phones were rare and ridiculous looking. Then came flip phones and text messages replacing notes passed in class. In 2007, the smartphone changed everything. Suddenly, we had to compete for your attention with devices designed to hijack it. And still, we found ways to teach, to direct you towards truth and beauty and sweetness and light. Then came divisive U.S. politics, climate change anxiety, and COVID. Teachers didn't just teach. We became counselors, caretakers, and crisis managers. Anxiety and depression existed when I began teaching in 1994, but not like in recent years. Nationally, many teachers have left the profession overwhelmed by the emotional toil and a sense of hopelessness. But not here. At the Academy, your teachers have only doubled down, working harder and longer to make sure that you are known, that you are supported, and that you are empowered to become your best self. Think about this. In my 31 years of teaching, the asks have only increased. Nothing has been taken off the table. There have been no fallow seasons, just more change. And in what other profession are you continually asked to do more, to be more, and not be compensated accordingly? This isn't a rant at all about pay, and we are taking care of it at the Academy. It's a reflection on purpose. What kind of job makes people willingly sacrifice evenings, weekends, and time with family, not because they have to, but because they believe deeply in what they do? I know of only one, and that's teaching. The teachers in this room believe in you. That belief fuels the sacrifices. I have a large plastic bin in my office filled with every thank you note I've ever received. When I'm feeling like a failure and an imposter, and I do, as I suspect many of us do, I open it, and I read, and I keep going. It's fuel. But if writing isn't your thing, say something. Thank your teachers who have been patient, those who have shown interest in you, and those who have gone the extra mile to get you past the finish line, as the teachers in this room have done and will continue to do for you. And at the very least, stay engaged. Find interest in something you don't yet understand. Hold the door. Say thanks at the end of class. Do the reading. Do the work. That is also appreciation. So if I could ask the teachers just for a second in this room, I know it's awkward, but if you could stand up, please. So I want you to look around. I want you to find your teachers. You can kind of squirm in your seats if you want. Know that they work tirelessly for you. Know that they care deeply about your future. Know that they have made real sacrifices for you and will continue to do so. And above all, know that they believe in you. You owe them your gratitude, so I think this would be the time to collectively thank them. So thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great Friday. Take care.
Thank you, Mr. Jolliffe, and thanks to all our incredible teachers. I want to bend your ear really quickly before you go, I think appropriately, about what it means to recognize each other, the importance of recognition. It literally means knowing again, recognition. We think about it as something special, and it is, to be recognized for something or other. Imagine if we didn't recognize one another every day. Our ability to recognize each other is the foundation of all our relationships, of all our friendships and community and society. Think about how it feels to be recognized by the people that you meet, to know that you are known by your teachers, by your friends, by the staff. Think of coming here and calling someone by their name. Calling someone by their name seems simple and it seems obvious, but think of how profound it really is. When you say good morning and call someone by their name, you tell them they're important, they're memorable, and that you see them and care for them. There's a reason why we call prizes recognitions. Being named in front of our peers and community is a way of being told even more clearly than usual, that we're part of something, and we've contributed to it in a way that matters. If you've ever felt anonymous, that is literally feeling as if you haven't got a name, that you aren't recognized. There's a way of describing that when you feel anonymous in a group of people. You almost feel as if you don't exist. Right now, the world we wake up to every day can feel overwhelming, like Mr. Jolliffe described. The number of things that we are supposed to recognize and keep in mind can feel impossible. Things that are happening beyond our control can leave us feeling helpless. Part of what we try to do here is to teach you to help, to be aware of the struggles of others and do your best to help them. Sometimes that means thinking about big problems like hunger and war and climate crises and injustices, but there is a very simple way that each of us can start helping, and that is simply by recognizing each other, knowing each other, and calling each other by our names. It is all of these daily recognitions that truly give us our community. So we're fortunate here that we also have other ways of recognizing you, and again, like these prizes, this is the time of year when those recognitions start to come fast and furious, and that's very fun. When we call the names of those of you who've contributed to the community in whatever way you have, it's a way for us to say that we care about and value whatever it is that you've done or said or been. And because that's true, I think we need to be better about making sure that we recognize and call out the names of more people doing more different things here at St. Johnsbury Academy. So know that as prize season is upon us, that is on my mind. Recognize one another today and this weekend, and have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Faculty.